Today's video, I have a pretty cool XP strategy you guys can use inside of Paradox Junction that allows you to hop in, get set up, but most importantly, speed run the beginning rounds, which is so nice and so fun. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. Want to unlock all new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP? Check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code SPAZO to save 5% off for a limited time only. Alright, today we are on Paradox Junction, like usual. We're probably going to be on Paradox Junction for quite some time. But I wanted to do a strategy today that I have been kind of doing a little bit here and there. Haven't really took it too far because honestly I wanted to do it for a video and I was like, you know what, we'll just wait for the video, we'll do it, we'll have fun with it, we'll enjoy it, right? So that's what we're gonna do today. Now it definitely isn't hard. It's literally just keeping a door closed. I mean, dude, it's literally as simple as that. I cannot explain it enough or express it enough. We can go ahead and get these turned over so we can actually get these rewards. Now, one thing I will tell you, first things first is the strategy, right? Let's do this clock real quick and then we can cover it. Make sure you don't open up any doors. Don't open them. Okay. So, let's kill these zombies. Now, the strategy is just keeping that door closed right there and this door. Okay, the strategy is going to take place in here, right? But you cannot open that door. You can open up the house to access the backyard without opening up that door. So just keep that in mind whenever you're playing, whenever you're starting your game. Just open up the house. Don't open up those sides or else the strategy will not work for you. And, well, that would just be super unfortunate. But this is definitely going to be pretty fun and pretty interesting to see how well this actually does work. Looks like we got double tap as a perk machine. I definitely want to go grab that real quick. Double tap is probably one of the most useful perks in my opinion, for me at least. We can get out of here. Now we just got to wait till the Rad Hound round so then we can get teleported over and get Pack-a-Punch going. We'll get our little side EE Pack-a-Punch crystal and blue ether tool to help us get kind of set up. Now, I don't know specifically what round we're going to go to today. My goal of this video is to show you guys the strategy, show you guys how it works, go through a few rounds with it, and then that's that. Sometimes on these videos, I don't really want to waste too much time. I don't try to, extend it longer than it really should be when it comes to some of these things like this, because I know you guys' time is important, man. You're very limited, so I try to get it done as quickly as possible, which is what we're going to do today. But first, we got to get Pack-a-Punch going, and then we'll be pretty much ready to go. We do need to get Elemental Pop. That's going to be super duper helpful for us. Elemental Pop and Speed Cola. Okay, give me my gear. Blue Ether Tool, there we go, and Mule Kick will take it. So I went ahead and got Elemental Pop as well since it was in the back of the house on the regular nuked version. So if you can, get it as soon as possible. Obviously it's going to help the strategy, and if you can get it sooner, the better, right? Because then you can obviously hop in the strategy sooner. But now we just got to get Pack-a-Punch opened up. That way we kind of have it for our game. Of course, just play the start like a standard zombies match. Take down all these zombies real quick. I'm sure we got all of them behind us right now, spawning in as well. We can take most of them down. Usually I go through these beginning rounds pretty quick because, like, say I do one and then I'll finish the round and then I'll do another one, and then when the next round spawns in, I usually end up taking them all down. Pretty much when they all get behind me, that's when I do it, right? But it doesn't really matter. Do what you want to do. So the reason we're using Elemental Pop is because we do have Electric Cherry on as one of our augments. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Holy moly. And, well, it's going to be helpful in this strategy because it's a pretty close quarter strategy, but it is still super useful. Now, I can imagine that the Blunder Gap fully upgraded triple pack with the actual elemental upgrade, right, for the Easter egg, would be very helpful for this. Do you need to do it? No, you can definitely use your regular gun. That's why we're going to be using Toxic Growth and Electric Cherry, but it's still going to be helpful, right? A lot of these strategies, they're different if you're trying to go to like round 100, then certain strategies wouldn't really be effective because it's harder, right? Round 100 and Paradox Junction, to be honest, is just electric traps. There's not really a strategy unless you do some sort of God mode thing that's really gonna be good for getting to round 100. I just want to be completely honest with you guys there. There is nothing unless it's a God mode thing, right? Round 100 is a grind, and no, this isn't a Klaus method, right? So we're going to come over here, and you're just going to want to back yourself into this corner right here. And I would recommend you can kind of just hold your sights kind of in this area. Now, what you can do is you can throw, say, your Toxic Growth right here. Now you can just shoot these zombies as they come up. It's really, really easy to do this strategy, especially when you have a toxic growth, of course. But the reason we have electric cherry is so that if we do get overran and we're shooting and we reload, we shock the zombies, right? So in the end, that helps us out. We need to grab Juggernog real quick while we're doing this. And one thing I've noticed about this strategy is I was doing it a little bit without recording, right? Just trying to learn it a set for a little bit, is the zombies do spawn in pretty darn fast whenever you're doing this strategy. I mean, a lot of them spawn right next to you, so you can really go through these rounds pretty quick. It definitely is a very quick strategy to kind of say, use in your game to get off those earlier rounds ASAP, right? For sure, 100%. We can go ahead and reload. I would love to get Speed Cola, which is back here, so we would have to go through the house, right? We just want to keep that closed, and again, you don't want to open that, right? So make sure you do this on both ends of the map, right? Don't just do it on the regular OG Nuketown version. Make sure you're doing it on all versions. That way, if you ever get teleported, which you will, no matter what you do, you can actually continue this strategy. But I wouldn't recommend getting teleported and then throwing down a toxic growth. Stick to one side, okay? So like, watch, right? We're about to get teleported. That toxic growth is gone. Obviously, we can do the strategy on this version, but I already have a toxic growth over there on the other version. So I am gonna stick to that version, right? Plain and simple. That is what I'm gonna do. If our toxic growth is still there, which it should be. So let's hit that now that we have enough essence to pay for it. And then we can just head back over this way. Yeah, see, our toxic growth is still there. We're good. We can just kind of chill now. And then whenever we get teleported back, we just hit it again. Come right back here. It doesn't matter what side you pick. I like this side. It's kind of easier to see the zombies and everything. It just seems easier to do everything. And, you know, to be honest with you guys, this is one of those strategies that I would recommend kind of having like a disciple injection as kind of like a get out of jail free card, because you can get trapped, right? If you try to take this to a certain point in the game where you're kind of not using the best weapon in the game, it can become a little troublesome. So like if you can use a decoy or whatever it is, because like you can't really get out of here unless you jump on this wall and hit it over here, then that's really your only opportunity. But I'll say this, if you have a toxic growth, you have nothing to worry about. But when you come to that point in your game where it's like taking 300-ish kills to get your toxic growth, that's when I would recommend not doing this strategy, right? But it can still very much work in your games to just chill and farm. There is a few grenades right there. Now, of course, remember, try not to let the zombies get into your toxic growth. Remember, it's kind of there as just a little safe haven to slow some of the zombies down, to be honest. You don't really want them, because that lowers the health of it, right? So it goes away faster. You want to try and keep it. You want to try and maintain it. Now, of course, as you guys can see, if I didn't even have this toxic growth right here, we would still be able to maintain this, right? Toxic growth isn't necessarily helping us on these lower rounds, but it's kind of just there for us. Now, of course, you can get your ammo mod since you have elemental pop. I would recommend fireworks, or I would recommend dead wire. But of course, fireworks is going to insta-kill everything forever. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, I can use this and actually get kills, or I can use this and shock zombies and then kill them with my gun. So it really is up to you, but I would prefer fireworks. But again, if you want to get freaking napalm burst, get napalm burst, right? It's always up to you. But we can just keep killing these zombies. No big deal. We can reload real quick. That's when our toxic growth comes in handy, right? But as you guys know, you can say use the blundergat or whatever it is. We can reload again. But this is like the only spot on this map that you can kind of sit up against a door or a debris that you can open and not have zombies spawn behind you, because it's so small right here. This is literally the only spot on the map that you can do this on. To my surprise, actually. This map doesn't have that many strategies, believe it or not. They pretty much put a zombie spawn at every point in this map. It is actually kind of crazy. We can keep shredding these zombies. Alright, so what do we got right there? It looks like a max armor. We can reload. And this round's pretty much over. Nice. Last zombie. Okay. Cool, we got 22k, we got a little bit. Let's grab fireworks. That's going to help us a ton this game. Now we just pretty much need to save up for triple pack. And I mean, of course we can save it for legendary. Again, I don't know what round we're going to go to. I don't even know if we'll need to get legendary in this video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys this strategy as soon as possible. The Radhound rounds, You will take a little bit of damage just from them exploding, but you can kind of just do it like I'm doing. Just spray slowly, do like little burst fires. But usually when you get your max ammo, it kind of all just stops. So you're kind of good. But yeah, be careful still. You still don't want to die. All right, we can take our toxic growth, and I kind of just put it at an angle, right? We can just head over here because we're just going to dip right back. We don't want to stay in this version since we're not set up for this version. And then we can just come over here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And just continue going through the rounds. And you can even angle yourself to kind of just shoot in a certain line to the point where you hit everything. Or you can sit out here like this if you want to, man. It's really up to you. You'll kind of figure it out along your journey. But it's definitely a very quick method to get off of those earlier rounds and to, you know, start earning some good XP really quickly inside of zombies. At least I think. We can keep shredding. What do we got right there? A random perk. We'll take it. Death perception. Cool. It's round 20 already. Yeah, I mean, we only been in this game for 10, 11 minutes. We're definitely doing pretty quick, and trust, most of that time is spent on pack-a-punching and rounds 1 through like 4. They take forever. Now it's very, very quick and very easy. Come on, zombies. Keep shredding. There's fireworks. We really can just stop shooting, but I usually just keep shooting. Just to kill the zombies, right? That activates, cool, it'll kill anything it can, but me, I'm going to keep focusing on what I got to do. We can go grab triple pack real quick. It's already round 21, so we can just head right over here. And there we go. Maxed out with pack-a-punch, so we can just head back to our strategy. Of course, you can take down the zombies without being in the strategy, right? Durr. But I usually just try and stick to it for as long as I can. But if you can, just take them down, right? Paradox Junction's a nice map because everything spawns in so fast. You can go through these rounds pretty quick. You can earn some really good XP really fast on this map. As long as you obviously are doing the correct things. Okay. Last zombie. Yes. Okay. We can head back over here. Of course, it would be smart for us to get a vest now and stuff like that, but I'm not really too worried about it right this second. We're good. We are good, man. We got a mimic. Always focus the mimics whenever you see them. Okay, there is electric cherry. Being super useful for us. We can just keep shredding. But as you guys can see, it starts to get to that point where it's kind of scary, right? But you really shouldn't be. You're fine. If you have a toxic growth, you're good. If you have a 3-plate vest, you're good for a while, even if there wasn't a toxic growth, which I will go and grab. Right now, it's just back here. I'm trying to end this round, and the delay of the zombies is crazy. Alright, back over here. Toxic growth is still here. Yeah, it's crazy how many zombies just spawn on the left when you're right here. I mean, really. If you had some buddies and you guys just all sat back here, you guys would be golden. For sure. 4 guns going at once. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. There's fireworks going. I mean, everybody can have 4 guns. Everybody can have fireworks. Everybody can have toxic growth. Like... It's a crazy way to do it, but I know most of you guys are solo. So I try to speak more to the solo player. Okay, here's some more salvage on the ground. Nice, nice, nice. Just obviously try not to open that door. I would recommend having on hold to interact and tap to reload, because if you have tap to interact, then you're probably going to open that door. Let's just be honest, you know, you're probably going to open it. Okay, we could chill right here and just try and take down as many of these guys as we can. I thought that was our max ammo for a second. I was like, no way we went through the round that fast. We can throw a decoy since we're going to get a max ammo. And there we go. Nice. There's the end of that. So round 25, 14 minutes. Not bad at all. But it's definitely one of those strategies you can use inside of your game to help you kind of get an advantage over things inside of zombies, or kind of just speed run your way through some rounds, whether you're trying to get to a certain threshold, to do something, whatever it is. I definitely would recommend giving this strategy a shot inside of zombies. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. You guys kind of know everything about this strategy, what to do, where to do it, and how long to do it. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. I am out. Have a good one. Peace.